Hello, my name is Timmy. Welcome back to my channel. If this isn't your first time on my channel, as you can see, I have a new background. I'm so excited. My best friend Rafia got me this Gryffindor tapestry that I've been wanting for a long time. She got it for me for my birthday and I'm so excited. Let me take a second so you can just see how beautiful it is. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. I am so excited. Anyways, you're not here for my new background. You're here for my June wrap-up and July TBR. So let's get right into the wrap-up. So in the month of June, I read a total of 7 books and 1 novella, which is quite good actually. I read everything on my June TBR except for 1 book. I said in my May wrap-up and June TBR video that I will be adding for the rest of the year 1 classic to my TBRs, and the classic I added for the month of June is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I read it back in school, long time ago in primary school, and I don't really remember anything about the book anymore, and I wanted to reread it, but I wasn't able to read it this month unfortunately, but hopefully I will be able to pick it up sometime before the end of the year. I really want to read it. But I got to every other book that I wanted to read, which I'm really excited and proud of myself for, so let's get right into talking about all these books. The very first book I picked up is Me Before You by Jojo Myers. This is an adult contemporary about a girl called Louisa who has been employed to take care of Will, a guy who used to have an adventurous life and due to an accident is paralyzed from the neck down and has lost, I believe, over 95% if not 99% of his functions. I feel like I really don't need to give a synopsis of this book because it is all over the world now because the movie just came out. Overall, I enjoyed this book. It was a nice experience reading it. I will say at the beginning I was a little frustrated with the writing. It was just something I had to get used to, and I believe after about 100 pages I didn't notice it anymore. This is one of those stories that just stick with you. This story definitely will stick with me forever. After reading this book, even days after reading this book, I just kept saying I want my happiness back. I want Jojo Myers to give me my happiness back. It took a lot from me, this book. It took a lot of emotion from me, and right after reading this, I went straight on the internet to look for fan fictions with an alternate ending. I've never been really into fan fictions, but with this book, I just wanted a fan fiction with a different ending for these characters, and I'm still looking for one. If you know of a good fan fiction of Me Before You with an alternate ending, please, I beg of you, please leave it in the comments. I would love to read it and check it out because I want my happiness back, okay? I want it back. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I honestly thought I was gonna give it 4 or 4.5, but when I got to the end, I couldn't give it anything less than 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I will be reading the second book because there is a second book. It is called Me After You. I actually started reading it, that's why I have this bookmark in here, because there is a snippet of the second book in here, but I've not finished it yet, so I don't know. I probably will read it in the future, but definitely not now. And the next book I picked up after that is Shadow Me by Tahara Mafi. This is the first book in the Shadow Me trilogy. This book is all over BookTube. I finally decided to pick up this book because after reading A Court of Mist and Fury, a lot of people were comparing it to the Shadow Me series, and I had the book and I was just like, why not? I might as well start this series. I want to read it anyway, so I started it. And so let's talk about Tahara Mafi's writing style. I absolutely love her writing style. I know I said it before that I got into reading and writing through poetry, so I really love authors that has poetic writing styles, and Tahara Mafi is one of those authors, so I absolutely love her writing style. I really enjoyed reading this. 90% of my enjoyment reading this book comes from the writing style. The writing style for me is 5 out of 5 stars. So let's talk about the characters and the plot. Now, the plot I really wasn't feeling, and I do know a lot of people say that it gets better in the second book, which I'm reading at the moment. The characters also I wasn't feeling. I didn't have any attachment towards Juliet or Adam. The only characters that I felt a little bit of something towards is Kenji and James. I really enjoyed Kenji's character. From reading this book, if I have to pick a character, it is definitely my favorite character. I started to feel something towards Adam when we were introduced to James' character and we saw their interactions and their relationship. But after reading this book, I wasn't amazed by the characters. The plot especially didn't move me at all. I actually didn't feel anything at all. I didn't like it. I'm kind of neutral on the first book. I'm reading the second book right now and it's a little bit better than the first so far. For this book, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And then I went on to read Destroy Me, which is the first novella in this series. This one follows Warner. And a lot of people say that through this novella they fell in love with Warner's character, and I have to say that's not the case for me. I didn't fall in love with him. I do think his character is interesting, and I'm excited to see how his character goes throughout the other books, but I wasn't in love with him. I didn't fall for him. It reminds me actually of Joe from You by Caroline Kepnes. So yeah, Warner reminds me of a psychopath. I like his character, yeah, but I'm not like in love with his character, and I pretty much don't feel the way other people feel about his character. But like I said, at this point, I really don't feel anything tangible for any of the characters yet. So yeah, for the novella, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. After that, I picked up World After by Suzanne E. This is the second book in the Perrin and the End of Days trilogy. This series is about an angel apocalypse, and I absolutely love this series. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Our main character Perrin is one of my favorite female protagonists of all time. She kicks major ass, and in this book she kicks even more ass than the first one, and I absolutely love it. I love this book. I love the characters, her mom, her sister, Rafi. Oh, I love Rafi. I mean, I feel like Rafi's character, well, his personality and his humor is not something I've read for the first time, but there's just something about him and something about the way Suzanne he writes his characters that is so different. I just really enjoyed this series. I enjoyed everything about it, the characters. I enjoyed the pace of the romance, and it is just so fantastic. I would definitely recommend this. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, it couldn't get anything less from me, honestly. I love this series so much. And then I went on to read Fearless by Marissa Meyer. This is the novella in the Lunar Chronicles series. I really enjoyed this. This novella follows Queen Lavanna. She is the villain in the Lunar Chronicles series. I really enjoyed reading this book. I enjoyed learning about Lavanna. We get to go back to see how she became queen, her relationship with her sister when Tina was born, and what happened in her life. We got to learn a lot about her and why she is where she is, and I really enjoyed this novella. It was so interesting to see Lavanna and the way she was and how she became who she is right now. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. After that, I picked up Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. This is the second book in Stephanie Perkins' contemporary series. These are companion series, so this book follows different characters. Our main character Lola is a 16-year-old high school student who shows art and her passion and pretty much her personality through her dressing. She only wears costumes. She likes to wear colorful and bright and bold statement pieces, and she is just such a fun character. I really enjoyed this book. It was fun. I didn't enjoy it as much as Anna and the French Kiss, which is just so amazing. I love that book so much, but I still enjoyed this. I loved seeing Anna and Sinclair in this one. I honestly went crazy fangirling when they mentioned Anna and Etienne. I'm just such a fan of them. I love them so much. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. After that, I picked up Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is the first book in the Grisher trilogy. I really enjoyed reading this. I had so much fun. I couldn't put it down. Mind you, I was traveling. I drove down to Louisiana from Texas for a wedding, and I just randomly picked up Shadow and Bone because I have it on my phone, and had so much fun. I couldn't put it down all weekend long. While I was trying to enjoy the event, I just couldn't help but pick up my phone and read it. I really enjoyed it, and let me tell you one of the reasons why I love it so much. Come closer. Come. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm in love with the Darkling. I know, I'm so in love with the Darkling. Guys, it was love at first sight. Well, maybe love at first read, but I fell in love with him immediately. Immediately we mentioned him sitting on his throne and staring right at our main character. I was like, who is that? Who is that? Oh my gosh, I love him. And my obsession grew from there. We didn't really get to see a lot of him in this book, so I was just constantly like, when we see the Darkling again? When is Darkling going to show up again? Oh my gosh, Darkling, where's the Darkling? Where's the Darkling? I have a problem. I don't think I've ever fangirled about a character like this in my life. I can't even compose myself enough to give you a synopsis of this book. All I think about is the Darkling. I love the Darkling. Darkling, Darkling, Darkling. After reading the first book, it took everything in me to not abandon my TBR and pick up the second book right away. Honestly, I'm sorry guys, I can't compose myself enough to give you a synopsis on this book. I love it so much. I love the Darkland. I love this universe. I want to stay in it forever. I really enjoyed it so much, and I cannot wait to pick up the next book and read more and see the Darkland. Babe. Anyways, I give this book a 4 out of 5 stars. And the last book I picked up is The Nightingale by Christine Hanna. This is a World War II historical fiction, and oh my god, this book broke my heart. It just split my heart into 2. I don't know how I'm breathing right now, guys. I don't know how blood is flowing through my body because my heart is broken. This takes place in Germany occupied France during World War II. This book pretty much tells the story and brings awareness to the role of women during the war. Of how women survived and how women helped and how women fought for their countries and fought for humanity during World War II. And it told it through 2 main characters, 2 sisters, Isabel and Vianne. Vianne is older, she's married her child, and her husband had to go fight for France while she held it down at home with her kid. Isabel is the younger one. Vianne lives in a little town in the countryside of France, while Isabel lives in a boarding school in Paris. This was such a beautiful, beautiful read. I really enjoyed it. I do have to say there are some parts that could have been cut short because it just dragged on. But overall, this book is so beautiful. I really enjoyed this read and I definitely recommend it. This is definitely one of my favorite World War II historical fiction so far. I am so proud to be a woman. I definitely gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. I couldn't even try to give it anything less. So those are all the books that I read in the month of June, so I'm going to talk about all the books I want to read in the month of July. Now July is BOOKTUBE-A-THON. If you do not know about BOOKTUBE-A-THON, it is a yearly event that takes place in July. It is pretty much a week of doing book challenges, reading books, and videos on YouTube. So I'm really excited for this year because this is the first time I get to participate fully. It is hosted by Ariel Bassat, I think that's how you say her name, on YouTube. So I'm going to link her channel and the Twitter page of BOOKTUBE-A-THON if you want to join in this year. It takes place, I believe, from July 12th to 19th, or I will leave all the details in the description box, so check it out. I'm not sure what the challenges are going to be because they haven't posted it yet. So pretty much that is going to affect my reading in the month of July, what I read because of the challenges. But anyways, I want to show you guys some of the books that I plan to read this month that I hopefully want to get to this month. So pretty much these are just books in series I started that I want to continue this month. So let's get into it. I'm rambling. The first one, of course, being Siege and Storm and Rune and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. Well, I'm hoping I get to Siege and Storm this month. I might pick up Rune and Rising. This is the 2nd book and the 3rd book in the Grisha trilogy, and I just want to get to this. I cannot wait. I want to get to this. I'm definitely going to be reading this month. I will for sure be reading this. This one though is the one I'm not sure about. And the next one I'm gonna get to is End of Days by Suzanne E. This is the 3rd and final book in the Parent and End of Days trilogy. I'm so excited to read it and see how it ends, but I don't want to. I'm gonna miss him so much. And next I want to read Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. It's the 3rd book in this contemporary companion series. I'm excited to read this because there's gonna be cameos from everybody from the 1st and 2nd book, so that really tickles my fancy, okay? Yes. The next book, I don't know if I'm gonna pick this up because it's long and I'm scared. It is Winter by Marissa Meyer. This is the 4th and last book in the Lunar Chronicles series. I'm excited to read this. I'm excited to see where things went from Cress. I am so excited. I'm excited. But I am kind of scared because it is over 800 pages. This series does read fast. So I'm expecting this one to read fast also. So I probably will be able to get to it this month. Hopefully. I want to. So fingers crossed I get to it. And the last one I am going to be reading this month is Unravel Me by Tara Mafi. I'm already reading this one. I will be finishing it today. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really enjoying it. This series reads so fast. So yeah, I'll let you know how I feel about it in my July wrap up. I'm gonna add one more book to my TBR, and that is An Amber in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. Guys, oh my god, why? I started reading it though in June, as you can see. I took it with me while I was going to Louisiana. I was planning on reading in the car. It grabbed my attention from the beginning, but I couldn't read it because I was traveling at night and there was no light. Shadow and Bone was on my phone, so that was easier to read. So I decided to just put this down. but I like what I'm reading so far, so I want to get to it. Hopefully, maybe there'll be a challenge that makes me pick up this book this month. Alright, so that is all that I have for my June wrap up and July TBR out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video and coming back to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I will see you hopefully in my next one. Bye!